I never expected an unmarried professor to book a hotel room with her male student just to discuss academics. Someone snapped a sneaky photo, posted it online, and it shot straight to the top trending searches. Before I could even step up to help her handle the crisis, Lou Nhyn immediately came forward to clear things up. She claimed she and Mike KB had been together for 3 years, and just last night, he got down on one knee and proposed. I stood there completely frozen. My name is Dip PHM, and Mike KB is that very same male student. Their fingers were tightly intertwined in the picture. They were wearing the custom couple ring she ordered for me just a week ago. That sparkling diamond light seriously stung my eyes. When she got home that night, Lou Nhyn explained everything to me. "We are in academics," she said. "We absolutely cannot have any stains on our reputation. Mike KB is a student I personally mentor. He is completely different from you guys in the entertainment industry. You all just rely on wild scandals to grab cheap attention." When she mentioned Mike KB, her eyes actually softened up. "He simply cannot handle all that harsh outside gossip. I have to step up and protect him. Once this blows over, our wedding will still happen exactly as we plan." I grabbed my phone and called the female lead of my current movie. "That kissing scene we shot yesterday was actually pretty good. Wanna turn that fake romance into something real?" I had just received the wedding designs Lou Nhyn sent over, only to see the professor and student rumor pop up online. At first, I thought it was just another cheap PR stunt. I was about to scroll right past, but my fingers suddenly froze. In that secretly taken photo, the woman was holding the male student by the hand as they walked right into the hotel. I only needed one single glance to recognize it was Lou Nhyn. Good grief. Why does her back profile look exactly like Dip PHM's fiancé? No way, doesn't she love him more than her own life? How could she possibly betray him? Maybe it is just a lookalike, but no, there is absolutely no mistaking this. Plus, did you guys somehow forget the facts? Dip PHM's fiancé actually happens to be a professor too. In less than 10 minutes, the comment section under Lou Nhyn and social media completely blew up. The whole incident rapidly climbed the trending charts. Now, pay attention to how crazy this gets. The public backlash grew fiercer by the second. Everyone started tagging her, demanding Professor Lou come out and explain if she booked that room. I could even imagine Lou Nhyn's face turning absolutely dark the moment she saw those brutal comments. She has always cared way too much about her pride, constantly maintaining the flawless image of an upright professor. I was just about to step up and clarify things for her, when Lou Nhyn suddenly posted a new update. She thanked everyone for their deep concern. She admitted she was indeed the female lead in that hotel academic discussion, but she made it clear that while Mike KB was her student, he was also her fiancé. "We have actually been together for 3 whole years. He just proposed last night," she wrote. So whatever they did in that hotel was entirely the freedom of 2 consenting adults. She begged everyone to stop spreading it further. "Thanks," she added at the end. She even attached a photo of their tightly intertwined hands, showing off the custom rings ordered just a week ago. That flashing diamond light seriously made my eyes sting all over again. Clearly, exactly 1 single week ago, we were literally sitting together, happily discussing using those exact rings for our upcoming wedding ceremony. And yet, here she is, sliding them right onto someone else's finger today. I have been hustling in the entertainment industry for 8 long years, always waiting for the perfect moment to propose to her. But she constantly used her career as an excuse to delay, so I just kept waiting patiently for her. I really thought the day she accepted my proposal had finally arrived. I never expected this absolute disaster to happen right after we started planning our wedding. I fought hard to hold back my tears, digging my fingernails deep into my palms. Can you imagine the sheer panic? My phone suddenly lit up with a text from my best buddy, Dip PHM. "What is happening? Is your fiancé crazy? Go check her post right now. What kind of nonsense is this? Were you guys not just watching a movie together yesterday? How is she suddenly accepting another guy's proposal today?" I gave a tragic laugh. "It is fine. She probably has her own reasons." My voice completely choked up. At this point, I simply could not keep defending her, because even I could not believe it anymore. They really booked a hotel room just to discuss their pure academics. Not long after, the comment section on my own social media exploded. People rushed over one by one, demanding some clear answers. "Dip PHM, what in the world is going on here? Is not that famous professor supposed to be your actual fiancé? She has written so many books and holds such a high academic status. Did you purposely climb the social ladder and make things up?" I was dragged right into this public storm without knowing why. Those haters who always despise me grabbed this perfect chance to step up, making up lies to humiliate me. I told you so, they mocked. That cheap jerk. Dip PHM is just a public bus. He clings onto any woman who actually has some real value. Professor Liu never once publicly admitted he was her fiancé. Looking back now, he really just fabricated everything. A male entertainer like him should honestly stay quiet in his own messy swamp. Why even try to climb so high? Professor Liu and that male student are the true perfect match. I wanted to type back a few words, but I could only let out a bitter little laugh. All my energy felt completely drained. Staring at the exquisite wedding designs in my hand, I stayed quiet for 2 seconds, then just ripped them apart. I really did not believe Liu Nhin would betray me like this. But the cold truth slapped me right in the face without any mercy. She was clearly supposed to be an upright, honorable professor. She used to love me more than anything. Never once hung out with male students in private. So how could she book a hotel room with one just to discuss academics? And yet, she actually did exactly that. I suddenly got super curious. Who in the world was this guy that Liu Nhin would risk her entire reputation just to protect? I jumped in a taxi right away and tracked them to the hotel. I told the staff I dropped my watch, slipped them 500 yuan, and got access to the security cameras. Seeing Liu Nhin hugging that student, looking so incredibly intimate as they walked into the room together, I could barely even breathe. I actually knew that kid already. His name is Mikey Ba. The last time I saw him was sitting right inside Liu Nhin's car. When I opened the door back then, he was in the passenger seat looking totally shocked. She told me he was just her student. Liu Nhin kept her hands on the wheel, calmly explaining it away. She claimed he lost his thesis draft right before graduation, so she brought him to print a new copy. I looked at Mikey Ba's hands, and he was indeed holding a fresh paper. I just smiled and reached out my hand. I introduced myself as Deep Pham, told him Professor Liu and I were getting married soon, and invited him to the wedding. Right then, his eyes absolutely lit up. He asked if I was Deep Pham, the super famous celebrity. He freaked out and begged for my autograph. That day, he actually kept me talking for a really long time. I honestly thought he was just a regular student of Liu Nhin. Little did I know, he was playing a completely different role too. Now brace yourself for this. I sat in that security room, freezing over as I watched footage from the very night the internet exploded with rumors about a professor and student discussing academics. They ordered room service twice. Liu Nhin opened the door wearing a thin strap dress, and a guy's voice echoed out from inside. He called out that he finished showering. Mikey Ba was in pajamas, and before the door even shut, she hurriedly grabbed his waist. The two of them kissed passionately right there at the door. Through that security screen, I saw the intense, completely uncontrollable desire burning in Liu Nhin's eyes. My tears just started falling completely out of control. I remembered how she used to hold me, constantly repeating that Deep Pham belonged to her. Whenever she saw my on-screen kissing scenes, her eyes would turn red, pinning me against the wall like she wanted revenge. She would ask if the female lead touched me today. I just laughed it off and swore she didn't, but she would just hold me tighter, kissing me everywhere. It was like a spark igniting my entire body, making me feel absolutely burning hot. Next came the interrogation, asking if the actress touched me here or there. Then a strict warning. Remember, I was hers, and nobody else could ever touch me. And yet, for the past 6 months, Liu Nhin completely stopped being intimate with me. All because I took a new romance role with a young actress. She got furious and started a cold war for half a month. Even when she finally had some free time recently, she claimed she was busy mentoring students. She said their papers were garbage and reading them made her sick. So every night she locked herself in the study until way past midnight. Was she actually grading papers? Or was she just using that as an excuse to date her student? Only she knows the truth. Right after I left that hotel, I tracked down a colleague at Liu Nhin's university and managed to get my hands on that student's WeChat account. I used a burner account to add him, posing as hotel staff offering a small gift to thank him for his stay. Mikey Ba replied back, sounding totally suspicious. He asked how the hotel even had his contact info since he didn't use his own ID to book the room. I just quickly threw together a random excuse. My reply was that we could track it through the system database. He bought it. Then I clicked into his profile and scrolled through everything, especially his most recent status update. His post read that secret love never ends well, but that she still risked absolutely everything to make their relationship public for the whole world to see. I stared blankly at that screen for a long time, laughing bitterly. Finally, I just lacked the courage to keep reading. I sat alone in the house until it got dark, without turning on the lights. Can you imagine the nerve? The door clicked open, and Lu Nu Yen walked in, smelling heavily of perfume. She hugged me from behind, whispering she loved Deep Fam, but I just scowled and pushed her off. I asked if she was really going to ignore what happened today. While she stared in total shock, I shoved my phone at her, showing the public Weibo post she made to clear up the scandal. Her pupils shrank for a second before she adjusted her glasses. She stayed perfectly calm, telling me that academics like them absolutely could not afford to get dragged into ugly scandals. She said Mike Hee-ba was a student she was dedicated to mentoring. According to her, he wasn't like me, an actor who built his career entirely on rumors and drama. Whenever she brought up Mike Hee-ba, her eyes actually softened up. The public gossip was too much for him, she argued. She had to protect him, since he was completely different from me. She called Mike Hee-ba a pure, inexperienced kid, a real future talent for the country. She swore she absolutely wouldn't let him suffer through all these nasty rumors. I just stood there quietly, watching her defend him with such fiery passion. Yet she knew damn well that on my last birthday, I posted on Weibo to publicly reveal her identity. Tons of sharp-eyed fans had already dug up the fact that she was a professor at Lu University, and yet, her new clarification post felt exactly like a brutal slap right to my face. I clenched my fists tight, laughing bitterly as I threw the question back. I asked her about me. Was I just allowed to be dragged through the mud? I demanded to know if she had even checked my Weibo to see the vile things people were calling me. They were calling me a public bus, a homewrecker, and cheap trash, making up lies just to climb the social ladder. But she just snapped back. Enough, Deep Fam. Lu Nhyn takes a deep breath, trying hard to swallow her feelings and comfort me. She says she knows this makes me frustrated, but it is the best way to handle things. Once the storm passes, our wedding will still go ahead exactly as planned. She promises the venue will be filled with baby's breath, my absolute favorite flower. She swears to give me a truly gorgeous, completely official wedding day. Lu Nhyn actually thinks saying that fixes everything. She turns right around, grabs her towel, and walks into the bathroom like absolutely nothing happened. I just stare at her back, my eyes completely ice cold. There is no wedding anymore. It is over, Lu Nhyn. I loved this woman for 8 whole years. Even when people mocked me, I never walked away. Not because she was perfect, but because I actually stayed loyal to my love. But now I see her true colors clearly. She is rotten inside, completely unworthy of the beautiful love I poured out for her. I wipe my tears and grab my phone to call my co-star, the female lead, Chu Dhn. I tell her that yesterday's kissing scene was pretty good, asking if she wants to blur the lines between fake and real. Chu Dhn practically jumps out of bed, like she won the lottery. Dip PHM, she asks. Did you finally figure things out? She is going crazy with joy, excitedly yelling, should I come over? Do you come here? Or do we copy your fiancé and just hit a hotel? I nod. Let's do the hotel. Half an hour later, Chu Dhan's car pulls up right downstairs. Just like any other day, Lu Nhyn heads straight into her study right after her shower. The second she walks in there, I immediately pull up the surveillance feed connected to my phone. The camera clearly shows Lu Nhyn on a video call. It is Mike Hee-ba on the screen, teasing the corrupt professor for not wearing her shirt properly, intentionally using his body to tempt her. Mike Hee-ba whines playfully, and Lu Nhyn just laughs with total affection. So what? He whines that since she already touched him, she has to take responsibility. She begs Mike Hee-ba to show his 8-pack abs. The conversation just gets grosser from there. Later, Chu Dhn and I grab a hotel room, and I notice paparazzi tailing us for secret photos. Chu Dhn instantly frowns, stepping up to stop them. I pull her back. No need. I tell her, just let them take the shots. She looks at me in pure disbelief. Are you sure, she asks, since you are currently fighting with your professor fiancé? Usually I am terrified of getting photographed like this. Scared people might misunderstand the situation. I lower my head with a bitter smile. No need to be scared anymore. Before, I always cared about Lu Nhyn's feelings, constantly thinking of her first. Aside from the fake PR rumors completely forced by our investors, I always tried hard to avoid any unnecessary scandals so I would not ruin her mood. But right now, I do not care at all. Now watch the fallout from this. The next day, news of me and Chu Dhn holding hands at the hotel hits the top searches. Lu Nhyn goes completely crazy, rushing over to interrogate me. Dip PHM, she screams. You are getting back at me on purpose, right? You had no shoot yesterday, no set visit, so why hit a hotel with that actress? My face shows absolutely no emotion as I look up, raising an eyebrow. We went to the hotel to read scripts. Lu Nhyn acts like she'd just heard the funniest joke alive, giving this cold, incredibly sarcastic laugh. Do you think I am an idiot? Hitting a hotel in the middle of the night just to read scripts. She asks if I really expect her to believe that. She lunges forward, pulling my shirt to check for marks. After all these years together, Lu Nhyn is always this insanely possessive. Even though I am a top actor to everyone else, in her eyes, I'm forever just her personal property. I push her away hard, my gaze turning dead cold. Why do you not believe me? If a prestigious professor like you can enter a hotel for academic discussions with a male student, why cannot I hit a hotel to read scripts with my coworker? Catching the hidden meaning in my words, Lu Nhyn's face immediately darkens. Dip PHM, she snaps. Are you purposely mocking me right now? She claims she and my KB only went there to discuss his thesis, doing proper academic work, unlike me, with my completely filthy mind. Her eyes suddenly lock onto the red hickey on my neck, and her expression turns even colder. Dip PHM, is this what you call reading scripts? She grips my shoulders tightly, veins bulging as she grinds her teeth together in fury. Kissing on screen was not quite enough for you, she hisses. So you just could not resist jumping into bed immediately? I watch her turn paler by the second, but I just let out a cold laugh. Did you not say it yourself? We are not married yet, everyone is free, and you have absolutely no right to control me. That is the exact sentence she threw in my face when I questioned her for not coming home that night. Now I'm returning those exact words back to her. How does it feel, Lu Nhyn? When you cheated on me, did you never think I would get hurt? Now, it is your turn, and you go crazy. You really are insanely hypocritical. You feel that satisfaction too, right? Watching her face turn completely green, I just feel this explosive wave of pure joy rising in my chest. I yank my collar down to clearly expose even larger, undeniable marks. That is right, I tell her, yesterday got a room with another woman. Someone younger and much prettier than you. My tone is heavily provoking her. That guy my KB really has zero brains. Right in the prime of his youth. Instead of finding a cute, innocent girl, he actually hooks up with an old auntie like you. Dip PHM, shut your mouth right now. Lu Nhyn is so furious the veins bulge on her neck, almost throwing a punch right at my face. I just stare at her coldly, with absolutely no intention of dodging. We both know perfectly well the exact second that punch actually lands. Our 8 years of love are officially dead. In the end, that heavy punch just slams right into the nearby wall. Lu Nhyn's hand gets completely mangled. Real tough. Great job, Deep fam, she snaps, not even bothering to treat your own painful wound. She grabs her coat and storms right out the door, but I'm not worried at all, because 10 minutes later, Lu Nhyn pops up on Mike Heba's social media page. That awful man is bullying my professor yet again, he writes online, acting like he is completely furious. He is so old and disgusting, yet he won't leave my professor alone, and he even hurt her hand. I absolutely hate him, the post reads. Along with the text, he also attaches a picture, showing Mike Heba's pale, delicate hands carefully wrapping a bandage around Lu Nhyn's severely injured hand. I just drop one casual comment. A fake nice guy and a dog make a perfect pair, I type out. Soon, she won't even have a fiancé anyway. Wishing you two a very long life together. The second that comment goes live, Mike Heba aggressively jumps into the replies to curse me out. You damn hotel worker, he snaps. What the hell do you even know? I don't even care, so I delete my comment and block him entirely. In the past, I never checked Lu Nhyn's phone or laptop, but after returning from the hotel that day, I went through absolutely everything. Honestly, I just want to know exactly when Lu Nhyn started rotting from the inside. At what point did her heart actually start slipping away? To lead us to this exact day, digging through her personal laptop, I discover a specific folder named Pure Love, and sitting inside it are literally thousands of different photos. The main subject of every single one is Mike Heba, captured from all angles and poses, taken with so much care and detail. Without genuine feeling, you just can't take photos that look quite like this. I think back over our 8 years together. Every time Lu Nhyn and I went on trips, she would snap maybe 2 or 3 photos of me before acting completely impatient and annoyed. When I asked, she would say I was so handsome, looking perfectly good from all 360 degrees, so taking more was pointless. So over years of traveling together, I barely ended up with a single photo I actually liked. Now watch this. It turns out the difference between truly loving someone and not loving them is completely massive. She actually used to mention my Kiba before, claiming he was this pure, harmless guy, acting like some innocent little white rabbit. Once, when it rained, he threw his umbrella away and danced in the rain in white canvas shoes, leaving Lu Nu-yen staring at him in complete awe. She is nearly 30 now, her heart full of calculations, far from being young anymore. Apparently, she said that every single time she saw my Kiba, a strong urge to protect him would well up inside her. Unlike when she faces me, looking at my handsome face only makes her paranoid, wondering which girl I just kissed or who exactly has been touching me. I open up my long-treasured liquor cabinet, drinking some and smashing the rest to pieces. That wine was meant for our wedding day, to share with family and friends. But now, it is completely useless. Total chaos. Once the room is fully wrecked, I finally unlock my phone and send Lu Nu-yen one last message. After calling off the wedding, let's never contact each other again. That very night, I pack my suitcase and check into a hotel. Early the next morning, I quickly grab my identification card and pull Chudichin straight over to the civil registry so we can get officially married. This young girl, hailed by netizens as the new generation goddess, excitedly holds our marriage certificate, staring at it over and over. She starts planning a massive wedding party to invite the entire entertainment industry, and she can't even wait, immediately announcing it on her social media that exact same day. "Hubby, please take really good care of me for the rest of our lives." She tags Deep Fam directly, and the entire entertainment industry is instantly shaken. Oh, my god, am I seeing this wrong? An 18th tier young starlet actually managed to marry the top actor, Deep Fam. These two seemed completely unrelated, but it turns out they've been dating this whole time. My fans quickly jump into the fray, daring the haters to say something. Now, calling my idol a social climber? Why would my idol need to cling to that old professor anyway? Exactly. Compared to that 30-something lady, this pretty young starlet is way better. Back in the office, Lu Nu-yen is buried in grading papers. Mike Heba is lounging lazily on the sofa, playing on his phone, and his eyes widen in pure shock the second he sees the news. "Professor Lu, did Deep Fam really dump you? He just went and married some young female celebrity," he announces. Lu Nu-yen casually looks up and gives a cold laugh, completely refusing to believe it. He's an actor. His best skill is pretending. So it's all nonsense, just ignore it, she says. Here's the crazy part. She honestly still thinks I love her, fully convinced I would absolutely never leave her side. She shamelessly goes on telling Mike Heba about our relationship history, bragging about how when she was in that traffic accident years ago, I stayed by her hospital bed day and night to care for her. But Mike Heba is not happy at all, just blinking his eyes at her. "Professor Lu, did you just forget? Yesterday, when you got hurt and came looking for me, you said Deep Fam actually slept with another woman. They even went and got a hotel room together. After he betrayed you like that, do you seriously still want to go through with marrying him?" Mike Heba immediately acts deeply wronged, his eyes turning red as he clings to her arm, whining. "Besides, didn't you already say you were completely sick of him? You said I was the one making you feel young again. The person you truly love is me, right?" Lu Nu-yen stays completely silent for a moment. Turning her head to look at my photo on the desk, she finally speaks. "Kiba, you just don't understand. The adult world is never that simple. Even though I don't love Deep Fam anymore, we have still been together for 8 whole years, after all." Staring out the window, Lu Nu-yen gets this truly complicated look in her eyes. How many 8-year periods does one life really have? Besides, when Dip PHM's parents passed away, she promised in front of their caskets to take good care of him for the rest of her life. She knows he went into a hotel with another woman that day, but she feels she can't really blame him for it. The entertainment industry is pretty chaotic anyway, so after he's done having his fun, he'll eventually come back and marry her. But she has absolutely no idea. Even my KB can see right through it. "Professor Lu, you really don't understand guys at all. When a man gets pushed to the absolute point of disappointment, he's definitely going to walk away for good." He lets out a heavy sigh, his voice full of regret. Seeing this, Lu Nhyn frowns. She really hates hearing that kind of talk. Quickly changing the subject. "Let's just drop it. Don't bring him up anymore." She stands up, gently rubbing my KB's head, and asks softly, "Are you done revising your thesis? I'll take you out for hot pot and a movie tonight." Later that night, Chu DHHN and I are sitting right there in the movie theater. Suddenly, someone gasps in surprise, "Dip PHM." I turn around and spot Lu NHYN standing in the aisle, holding her bag and a bucket of popcorn, staring blankly at me. Right behind her is that college kid, my KB. "Dip PHM, what are you doing here? You haven't been home for days. Where have you even been?" Lu NHYN drops her bag and popcorn, rushing forward to grab my arm. But Chu DHHN steps right in her way. "Hey lady, do you even know what basic manners are? You look like an educated intellectual with those glasses. So why are you grabbing a stranger in public?" Lu NHYN instantly recognizes her as my rumored lover. Chu DHHN glares at her, totally holding nothing back. "Dip PHM is my boyfriend, so back off." Her gaze quickly drops down to the matching couple outfits Chu DHHN and I are wearing. Lu NHYN almost loses her mind, her face completely shifting. "Why are you wearing couple outfits with her? During our 8 years together, I always wanted to try wearing them just once to see how it felt. But Lu NHYN always refused, constantly making excuses." "Dip PHM, you're a public figure. You have to maintain your professional image. If the paparazzi catch you, it's going to completely ruin your career opportunities." I understood. She just didn't want to go public. She rejected the idea time and time again, so I eventually gave up. But right now, I honestly don't care about any of that anymore, because Chu DHHN and I are legally married, and everyone knows it. I can do whatever I want without having to tiptoe around anyone else's feelings. Seeing me stay completely silent, Lu NHYN starts lecturing me again, acting like she truly cares. "Dip PHM, you really getting tired of this industry? Or are you just trying to use a scandal with this little girl to boost your popularity? Just come back home, and I can pretend none of this ever happened." I let out a cold laugh. "Professor Lu, is your internet down or something? Or were you too busy dating your young boy toy to check the trending searches?" I raise my hand, showing off the wedding ring on my finger. "I'm already married. What's wrong with my wife and I wearing matching clothes? And when you say come home, do you mean that tiny little birdcage of an apartment? Sorry, but my wife and I live somewhere else now, and whether I go back or not is none of your business." Lu NHYN clenches her fists, her cold glare locked onto me as she suddenly realizes everyone in the theater is staring right at her. She takes a deep breath, trying her best to hold it together as she lowers her voice. "Dip PHM, stop making a scene. Everyone is watching. Did you honestly think I would believe a single word of that? Every single time we fight, you always threaten to break up, but you never actually mean it." She gives this absolutely arrogant little smirk. "You've heard the story about the boy who cried wolf, right? Cry wolf too many times and nobody believes you anymore." She just stares at me coldly. "Do you really think that with your incredibly messy past, completely ruining your reputation by getting involved with all those actresses, anyone besides me would ever actually dare to marry you? That little girl just thinks you're handsome and wants to mess around for fun. Once she gets bored, she'll just marry someone her own age. Now watch this." Before she can even finish her sentence, Chu DHHN completely loses her patience. She throws a solid punch right into Lu NHYN's face. "You spiteful old lady, you're pretty toxic, aren't you? Don't even try to tear us apart. I chased after Dip PHM for years, and I finally got him. It's really best for you to just get as far away from us as possible." Lu NHYN is older, so she definitely can't match a young girl's physical strength. Just a few hits send her glasses flying to the ground, instantly getting crushed by a passerby. For a severely nearsighted professor, losing her glasses is basically going blind. "My glasses," she cries out. "Where are they?" Lu NHYN frantically fumbles around the floor searching for them everywhere. But Chu DHHN isn't done venting her anger just yet, continuously raining heavy punches down all over her. My KB screams out in pure terror, "Stop hitting her, Dip PHM. I believe that you're actually married now. It's my fault. I should have stopped. Professor Lu, please just let her go. You're a famous celebrity, after all. If someone recognizes you, you'll end up right on the top search trends tomorrow." I shoot my KB a totally cold glare. This kid might look like an innocent college student, but he's actually incredibly manipulative beneath it all. It's no wonder that out of all those male students, he managed to stand out and quickly steal Lu NHYN's heart. "Let's go home now, wifey." Chu DHHN immediately stops swinging and ducks behind me, as obedient as a little kitten. acting like she wasn't just beating someone up. I give a soft chuckle. My KB, remember this well, I'm only sparing her this time for your sake. If I ever see her barking in my face again, I'll beat her down every single time. The movie date ends on a pretty terrible note. Honestly, wherever Lu Nhyn is, even the air around her just feels completely filthy to me. Chu dhn, and I turn the car around and head to a private theater instead. Does your hand hurt? You really hit her hard back there. I check the back of her hand. And yeah, she can totally take a hit. She smacked that girl so hard, but her skin is just a little red. Completely fine. Chu dhn looks back at me with this incredibly sweet, loving expression. It just makes me laugh out loud. Having a husband really does feel absolutely amazing. I give her a sideways glance. Please be serious for a second. She just pouts and throws herself into my arms, asking, hey, I am being perfectly serious here. You have no idea how long I waited for this exact day. I gently push her back and let out a sigh. Thinking back to 3 years ago, she joined the film crew as an extra. She had great looks, pretty solid acting skills, but she just played background roles in my crew for 3 whole years without ever standing out. I had my suspicions back then. Waiting for me for 3 years? She gets super serious and corrects me right away. It was 1,195 days. She starts talking about the very first time we met. I was shooting an action scene in the desert, completely scraped up, just stubbornly filming take after take. Somehow my sheer willpower completely managed to win her over. She even bet her friends that Dip PHM would definitely become a massive star. Absolutely. Taking the industry by storm. And yeah, she won that bet. She peels a tangerine and hands me half. Right at that moment, she says, she knew she would be totally drawn to me, which is exactly why she stayed close. I suddenly remember shooting a kissing scene. I was perfectly happy with the take, but she kept saying it lacked emotion and demanded we shoot it again. Looking back, she is entirely too sneaky. I cannot help myself. I just flick her lightly on the forehead. You sneaky girl now. I finally understand why that kissing scene took so long. Turns out, you were just taking advantage of me on purpose. She just giggles at that. So what if I was? She actually investigated beforehand and knew I had a fiancé. If she did not use a few little tricks to split us up, how else would she get a chance to make her move? Good thing fate was on her side. That horrible woman Lu Nhyn simply did not appreciate what she had. And losing me is her well-deserved karma. I just smile quietly. Here is the wild part. I really thought breaking up would destroy me. After 8 whole years together, I figured I would never actually get over her leaving my life. But looking back now, I was definitely overthinking it, especially after watching that security footage over and over again. Seeing the incredibly disgusting true colors of Lu Nhyn and that college guy just makes me feel incredibly lucky. So lucky I found out early and finally cut ties with her. Over the next few days, she keeps calling, demanding I come back, using the exact same arrogant tone as always. She actually admits she misspoke that day and says she was entirely wrong. But then she flips it right back, arguing I was messing around with another woman. So I am not innocent either. She even claims I only got famous through scandals. So I have zero right to judge. Then she has the nerve to say she will stop arguing. She tells me to hurry back and she will just pretend nothing ever happened. I let out a cold laugh, hit delete, and block her number. For years, she has been leaning on her high academic status to act totally superior. But that definitely does not mean everyone has to put up with her. Surprisingly, a few days later, a video shoots straight to the top of the trending searches. No idea who secretly recorded the whole drama at the movie theater. The clip was dumped straight online, capturing every single real moment of what went down that day. The internet absolutely explodes with gossip. Absolute chaos. Nobody expected this to be the actual truth. People finally realized that Lu Nhyn was actually the fiancé of Dip PHM. But because that college kid interfered, the two of them called off the wedding entirely. They are praising my skills. The moment the great actor finds out about the betrayal, he dumps her instantly and marries someone else right on the spot. Fans say they were right about me. Dip PHM is just as strong in real life as in his movies. While scrolling, one specific comment really catches my eye. Someone points out that the famous starlet Chu dhn was actually the one throwing those punches. They claim she clearly has violent tendencies and cannot possibly be a good person. I am about to type a reply, but several other comments suddenly pop up. Are you completely blind? Can you not see that Lu Nhyn was totally provoking her on purpose? Chu dhn is clearly just protecting her husband. The way she looks at Dip PHM is full of stars. Exactly like a gentle, incredibly adorable little kitten. Oh, my goodness. Someone asks which direction to pray to find a kitten like girlfriend like that. You kind of have to laugh at this. Netizens are getting super jealous, saying Dip PHM got incredibly lucky. Meanwhile, Lu Nhyn practically loses her mind seeing all those harsh comments. She tries calling to threaten me into deleting the video, but cannot get through at all, so she finally just corners me at the park I usually visit. She looks absolutely miserable and exhausted, like she has not slept peacefully in days. She demands to know how I can be so completely heartless. She accuses me of trying to destroy her life. She threatens me to take down the video, or else she will make me pay. I coldly push her away, giving a cynical little laugh. Then I will just wait and see. I turn around and walk off, leaving behind her absolute ear-piercing screams. She sounds exactly like a desperate dog backed into a corner. Later on, I find out the scandalous affair between her and my KB was completely exposed. The whole school knows everything now. That school strictly forbids relationships between teachers and students. So there are only two possible outcomes. Either my KB gets expelled, or Lu Nhyn completely loses her job. In this absolute crisis, without a single second of hesitation, she chooses to protect her career. He yells at her, how can she be so incredibly selfish? My KB is completely stunned. Did she not promise to protect him no matter what? The moment some gossip starts, she immediately sells him out. Is she even human? She answers deadpan. Do not forget he was the one who seduced her first. Besides, getting expelled is no big deal for him. As long as she stays at the school, she can easily help him transfer somewhere else anyway. But if I lose my job and cannot even support myself, am I supposed to love you with just blind faith? At that exact moment, my KB's tears fall like rain. He finally realizes the bitter truth. Game totally over. From start to finish, this woman never had a single ounce of sincerity. So your character is really this incredibly low. I was totally blind to actually like you. He cries and runs away at the same time. The very next day, the school officially issues a notice forcing my KB to drop out. Now, Lu Nhyn starts plotting her revenge against me. She secretly leaks my private photos online. The headlines scream about the very first scandalous pictures of top actor Dip PHM, claiming they show bold scenes and begging people to look. These photos and videos go totally viral, but just 10 minutes later, every single one gets taken down. Before Lu Nhyn can even understand what happened, Chu Dhn has already completely squashed the whole thing. How dare she touch my precious person, she declares. I will absolutely ruin her entire reputation and career. Only after we got married did I find out this girl playing background roles was not just some extra. She is actually the little princess of the main investors. With just one word from her, Lu Nhyn, that once famous professor, gets her reputation completely wiped out in the industry. And you know exactly what happens next. The day after declaring bankruptcy, Lu Nhyn comes crawling back to me, finally feeling real regret. She cries out that she was completely wrong, asking if I know how much she loves me. She begs for just one more chance, demanding to know what. What does she actually have besides a pretty face and nice body? You think she is clean? She probably got dumped by some rich guys and came running back. I do not argue. I just tell her softly, good dogs never block the road. Her face completely drains of color. I just casually walk right past her, without giving a single backward glance. I hand her photo straight to the security guards and film crew, making my orders totally clear. If she shows up, kick her out immediately without a word. My new project airs soon. Chu Dhn calls in every single favor he has just to help me promote it. Within one short week, the movie shoots straight to the #1 spot in viewer ratings. Total victory. We sweep up every massive domestic award. Lu Nhyn is still kneeling down, begging me for forgiveness. But I refuse to look at her even one more time, because in this world, there is no magical cure for regret.